Hi, Phil Border, psychiatrist, Hendricks Therapy. Last week I promised that we'd speak about performance anxiety, and I lied. We are not going to speak about performance anxiety. I have been asked by hundreds of people to speak about the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, so that is where we're going. So this is an exciting topic that you just can't wait for. This is something that you can share with your friends and family, at the dinner table, during Christmas, anytime. You can talk about the HPA axis. Now, why is this axis so important? Well, this is kind of the nerve center of our brain. It's kind of our stress center, let's say. So, you've heard of the hypothalamus, maybe. Let's pretend that this knuckle is the hypothalamus. Let's pretend this knuckle is the pituitary gland, and we'll pretend that this sleeve are the adrenal glands. So this axis is our stress center. Now, as we've spoken before, the stress center is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing to have a stress center. This helps us react to life. This helps us prepare for tests. This helps us get ready for the ball game. However, this axis can get a little out of whack. So since this is our innermost part of our brain, we'll imagine that our cortex, the thinking part of our brain, this is the feeling part of our brain, the thinking part of our brain kind of goes around this axis. So how does this axis get all messed up? One way is you've probably seen people or heard people talk about panic attacks. Or you've seen people where they talk about PTSD, where they have an overreaction to certain stimuli. Or some people who are just chronic worriers, where they make worst case scenarios out of situations. So this HPA axis can get jacked up a number of ways. One way is the hypothalamus fires when it's not supposed to fire. So it sends a message to the pituitary gland, which sends a message to the adrenal glands, which instantaneously fills your body up with adrenaline and other hormones. Gets your heart rate going, gets you breathing fast, gets your blood flowing to all the right places, gets your anxiety jacked up, which is a good thing if you're about ready to get hit by a car. It's a bad thing if you are trying to sleep. So that's one way this axis can get a little bit messed up. Another way is, just say somebody slams the door and I jump because I haven't had a chance to process exactly what that noise was. Well, some people will react a lot more intensely than another person. And the reason for that is it could be partially their genetics. Some people are just born anxious. They have anxious parents. They've been anxious since they've been a little kid. So their HPA axis is just jacked up just genetically. It also could be from prior experiences, like prior trauma. If I was a person who was in combat and I've been shot at a few times, every time I hear a noise like that, I'm going to probably duck because that saved my life. Now that works quite well when I'm in the military, not so well when I'm a civilian and I'm eating dinner at Shapiro's. Somebody slams the door, I duck, everybody kind of looks at me like, what's wrong with this dude? So that's another way that your HPA axis can get a little bit messed up. Sometimes your cortex can turn this axis on. So if my wife tells me I gotta go to Walmart, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta go to Walmart again. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna get destroyed there. There's gonna be a million people there. There's gonna be lions there. They're gonna wanna eat me. It's gonna be horrible. So I start having all these negative thoughts, which in turn turns this axis on. So we have our hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, which is our nerve center. Normally it works quite well. It helps us survive. However, sometimes it's just a little bit out of whack. And next topic, we're going to discuss performance anxiety, which is the cortex screwing up the HPA axis. And I'll see you next time.